Hello and welcome to the Anime Madness podcast. I hope everyone had a good New Year's and Christmas and all those other holidays. We are officially back. We got joining today. We got the standard lineup. We got Killer Cope 412 here.
What's up?
We got Pervy Sages. Cope, you are quiet.
How about now?
Okay, you're good now. We got the Perv Master himself, Pervy Sage.
Well, it's good.
We got the head of the Jaegers, Taco.
Howdy, howdy.
And we got the man full of bones, Skeletony. As we take on the best Studio Ghibli films. And this is probably going to turn into an audiobook with how much I'm going to have to talk to describe these.
Yeah, I was about to say, I hope you're ready to read a lot.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. But these are some of the most acclaimed films in all of anime. Especially with our number one seed being the only animated film from Japan to win an Oscar.
Yeah, I wouldn't care too much about if they win awards or not.
That was like 20 some years ago too.
I have a question about Studio Ghibli.
What's up?
Yeah.
Did they make Ponyo?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. See, look, I know one.
Yeah, Ponyo has Liam Neeson in it, Betty White.
What?
Yep, Betty White plays the grandmother.
Now I have to go watch it by default.
And Liam Neeson is the bad guy.
No, he's Qui-Gon Jinn.
But guess what? Liam Neeson does not die in this movie either.
Oh, he did in Phantom Menace. Okay,
Yeah.
he's okay.
Darth Maul is the only one that's been ever able to defeat Liam Neeson.
That's a lie.
Who else?
Batman and Batman Begins because he played Ra's al Ghul. I win.
And some poisoning in Fallout 3.
I win.
Moving in, we
The
got our
Christian Bale beat him.
we have our number one seed, Spirited Away, with an 8.77 out of 10. And our number 16 seed, I'm probably going to butcher this pronunciation, but Iblard Jikan, with a 6.87 out of 10. It's a new year. I
I'm not
completely
gonna lie.
forgot. Predictions. I don't think I put the list into the Discord, so...
You did not.
Alright, let's go to a quick break scene while I tell everybody what's all in here. So we have Spirited Away and Elblar Jakan. We have My Neighbor Totoro and On Your Mark. We have Howl's Moving Castle and Ronja the Robber's Daughter. Kiki's Delivery Service and The Boy and the Heron. The Castle in the Sky, Only Yesterday. The Wind Rises, Ponyo. When Marine Was There, Porco Rosso, Princess Mononoke, and The Day I Bought a Star. So those are all of the contestants. So Cope, what is your prediction?
I don't know. I don't know any of them. A random one. Okay, we'll just do the number one seed, okay? Spirited Away.
The Oscar winner. Alright, Pervy Sage.
I'm probably also going to give my vote to that one. Well, my prediction to that one. Since it did win an Oscar.
Taco.
I'm gonna go Ponyo.
Ponyo. Tony.
I'll vote for Spirited Away.
Away, and I am saying The Boy and the Heron.
Oh, so we have two oddballs.
Well, that could be recency bias because I did recently see that because it came out in the U.S. last month.
Still fair.
But with that said, I guess I should probably bring up Mao and get these synopsises read for Spirited Away and if I can get my
For how much reading you're about to go do, I feel like you need to look like Grandpa Geppetto. Full pipe, glass of tea.
Oh boy. We start our story off today with Spirited Away.
And Tony's a real boy. All right.
What? I'm not Pinocchio.
Alright. So the synopsis for Spirited Away is actually pretty short, so that's good. Stubborn, spoiled, and naive, 10-year-old Chihiro Ogino is less than pleased when she and her parents discover an abandoned amusement park on the way to their new house. Cautiously venturing inside, she realizes that there is more to this place than meets the eye. As strange things begin to happen, once dusk falls, ghostly apparitions and food that turns her parents into pigs are just the start. Chihiro has unwittingly crossed over into the spirit world. Now trapped, she must summon the courage to live and work among spirits. With the help of a animatic Haku and a cast of unique characters she meets along the way. So that's Spirited Away. Won an Oscar.
That is fair.
Next up we have Iblard Jakan, which came out in 2007. Spirited Away came out in 2001, by the way. So Jakan, much like looking through a window, Iblard Jakan explores the fantastic and beautiful world of Iblard by panning through art created by Naohisa Inoue. Iblard shows itself to be nothing short of amazing and will wash serenity over your mind. So, time to roll the dice. Ooh. So we got our D6 here. 5. Tony, you get to go first.
Ooh. Spirited Away.
Spirited Away. All right. I am also voting for Spirited Away. Cope.
Spirited Away.
All right. Sage.
I'm also going to vote Spirited Away.
And Taco.
Get the brooms. Get the brooms.
Get the brooms as we sweep Iblard Jakan for Spirited Away to take the victory 5-0. Moving into match 2, we have My Neighbor Totoro at the number 5 seed with an 8.25 out of 10 versus On Your Mark with a 7.46 out of 10 in the number 12 seed. So My Neighbor Totoro released in 1988. No comment?
That's old. That's older than I expected, to be honest with you.
Studio Ghibli has been around for a long time. It has been around since 1985, so it's not as old as Toei. But moving into My Neighbor Totoro's synopsis. In 1950s Japan, Tatsuno Kusakabe relocates himself and his 2 daughters, Satsuki and Mei, to the countryside to be closer to their mother, who is hospitalized due to a long-term illness. Oh great, random anime mother disease. As the girls grow acquainted with the rural life, Mei encounters a small bunny-like creature in the yard one day. Chasing it into the forest, she finds Totoro, a giant mystical forest spirit whom she soon befriends. Before long, Satsuki too meets Totoro, and the 2 girls suddenly find their lives filled with magical adventures in nature and fantastical creatures of the woods. On Your Mark, released in 1995. The synopsis of On Your Mark. In a post-apocalyptic future, a police raid devastates the imposing headquarters of a religious cult. Upon evaluating the casualties, 2 officers discovered a winged girl lying unconscious in chains and attempt to resuscitate her. However, she barely awakens before the group of specialists wearing protective suits hastily takes her away. Disappointed to see the angel-like being end up in confinement again, the policemen resolve to set her free and start making the necessary preparations. Despite the need to infiltrate a restricted research facility, there is no stopping the duo from readily throwing themselves into a deadly rescue mission. Alright. Taco, you got first vote this match.
Before I vote, is On Your Mark's rival Get Set Go?
What?
Get it? You said On Your Mark, Get Set Go. No, nothing. But I'm voting for On Your Mark though.
I have no clue why it's called that. The synopsis leaves no interpretation of why it would be called that.
That's my vote though.
Alright. Sage?
I'm going for My Name is Totoro.
My neighbor.
Or My Neighbor Totoro. Yeah.
My neighbor Totoro. Alright.
Yeah.
Tope?
On Your Mark.
Alright, I'm voting for Totoro. And Tony, you have all the power.
Crazy. I'll also vote for Totoro.
So
Unlimited power.
So My Neighbor Totoro takes the victory over On Your Mark with a 3-2 victory.
I know Sage thought of My Name is Earl in his vote. I know he did. He doesn't know that I know that, but I know he did.
Brother. Coming up in match 3, we have Howl's Moving Castle in the 3rd seed with an 8.66 versus Ronja, the Robber's Daughter, with a 7.06 to get it to 14 seed. So Howl's Moving Castle released in 2004. And this has one of the longer synopsises. That jumbled piece of architecture, that cacophony of hissing steam and creaking joints, with smoke billowing from it as it moves on its own. That castle is home to the magnificent wizard Howl, infamous for both his magical powers and for being a womanizer, or so the rumor goes. In Sophie Hatter's small town, Sophie, as the plain daughter of a hat maker, does not expect much from her future and is content with working hard in the shop. However, Sophie's simple life takes a turn for the exciting when she is ensnared in a disturbing situation, and the mysterious wizard appears to rescue her. Unfortunately, this encounter, brief as it may be, spurs the vain and vengeful witch of the waste, in a fit of jealousy caused by the past discord with Howl, to put a curse on the maiden, turning her into an old woman. In an endeavor to return to normal, Sophie must accompany Howl and a myriad of eccentric companions, ranging from a powerful fire demon to a hopping scarecrow, in his living castle, on a dangerous adventure as a raging war tears their kingdom apart. And for Ronja, this released in... It was actually a series. It was not a movie. It was an actual series. 26 episodes. It started airing in October 2014 and concluded airing in March of 2015.
Are they known for series at all?
Not
Just
normally.
movies?
Normally it's
Okay.
movies. That's why the title of this is Ghibli Film. I
That's fair.
didn't notice this when I was grabbing Ghibli stuff. They're mainly known
okay.
for movies.
That makes sense.
So this is a short synopsis. The story is about a girl named Ronja, who is the daughter of a chief of a tribe of bandits and lives in a huge castle in the forest with the bandits. The story follows Ronja as she encounters mystical creatures, makes friends with another young child like herself, and experiences life in the forest. Not much to go on for that one. With that said, Tony, you do have first vote.
Howl's Moving Castle.
And I am seconding that vote for Howl's Moving Castle. Cope.
I'll be third on that vote.
Alright, Sage.
I'll fourth it.
And Taco.
Second sweep of the evening.
Second sweep of the evening with Howl's Moving Castle sweeping Ronja, the robber's daughter. Moving into match number 4, we have Kiki's Delivery Service with an 8.22 out of 10, landing at the number 6 seed, versus The Boy and the Heron with a 7.51, landing at the number 11 seed. So Kiki's Delivery Service came out in 1989. Kiki is a 13-year-old witch in training. Must spend a year living on her own in a distant town in order to become a full-fledged witch. Leaving her family and friends, Kiki undertakes this tradition when she flies out into the open world atop her broomstick with her black cat Gigi. As she settles down in the coastal town of Kokoro, Kiki struggles to adapt and ends up wandering the streets with no place to stay, until she encounters Osano, who offers Kiki boarding in exchange for making deliveries for her small bakery. Before long, Kiki decides to open her own courier service by broomstick, bringing her journey to independence and attempting to find her place among the townsfolk. Kiki brings with her exciting new experiences and comes to understand the true meaning of responsibility. So it's basically like, I'm going off on my own, I'm going to become an adult. And The Boy and the Heron, which just came out this year. A young boy named Mahito, yearning for his mother, ventures into a world shared by the living and the dead. There, death comes to an end and life finds new beginning. That's all we have for that one right now. It's a very, very good movie. And Taco, you have first vote.
I'll go with Boy and the Herring. Is that what it is? Heron?
Yep.
Herring?
And this is the one where Mark Hamill, the man behind Luke Skywalker, plays in as well.
Don't forget the Joker.
Yeah, he's also voices the Joker. He plays the great uncle in The Boy and the Heron.
Oh, that's dope.
And Robert Pattinson plays the Heron itself.
Oh, so you have the Joker and Batman in the same movie.
Sage?
I'm gonna go with Kiki's Delivery Service.
Cope?
The Boy and the Heron.
I'm also voting for The Boy and the Heron. Tony?
I will vote for The Boy and the Heron.
And with that, The Boy and the Heron upsets Kiki's Delivery Service with a 4-1 victory.
Only reason it lost because it wasn't same day shipping.
Ain't got that Prime.
Coming in match 5, we have The
I
Castle.
wasn't around that time.
We have the movie that is theorized to be the entire inspiration for One Piece, being like for Laugh Tale, The Final Kingdom, and the One Piece treasure itself. The Castle in the Sky with an 8.26 out of 10, landing at the number 4 seed, versus Only Yesterday with a 7.44 out of 10, landing at the 13 seed. The Castle in the Sky came out in 1986, so I believe this was Studio Ghibli's first film. Yes, this was their first film, The Castle in the Sky. In a world filled with planes and airships, Shada is a young girl who has been kidnapped by government agents who seek her mysterious crystal amulet. While trapped aboard an airship, she finds herself without hope. That is, until the ship is raided by pirates. Taking advantage of the ensuing confusion, Shada manages to flee from her captors. Upon her escape, she meets Pazu, a boy who dreams of reaching the fabled flying castle Laputa. The two decide to embark on a journey together to discover this castle in the sky. However, they soon find the government agents back on their trail as they too are in reach of Laputa for their own greedy purposes. If I remember correctly, there's some pretty high-profile people in this one as well. Muska, the main villain, is played by Mark Hamill. So we got more Skywalker.
Honestly, I'm shocked that he's in. Like, I didn't know he was actually in like animated movies like this.
Mm-hmm. That's the thing with Studio Ghibli movies. They always get real good voice actors.
And Hamill was one of those.
Yep. I mean, they've had Mark Hamill and several. They had Betty White, Christian Bale.
Oh, they had my girl Betty.
And Liam Neeson. Like, there's a lot of high-profile actors that.
Now that I think about it, Mark Hamill might be the most slept-on voice actor.
Oh, without a doubt.
No, I wouldn't say so because he was Joker in the Batman animated series.
True.
Or one of the Jokers in the Batman animated series.
He doesn't get many. He doesn't get many anime roles.
That's just because I think of his age. He's older now, so.
He should.
Well, you figured there was there were some older ones, especially while he was doing the Batman series.
No, I know that. I'm just saying, like, it's because now I think I think it's just like studios don't go for him because they assume he's probably out of touch with side of it.
He was in Afro Samurai.
What?
Yeah, but Afro Samurai is also Samuel Jackson's anime, so like, let's not even go there.
He was in Afro Samurai.
Yeah, he
I didn't know that.
He played Ben, the one with the mask.
Samuel Jackson's the main character of Afro Samurai. What are you talking about? Like, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I know, but like, just like, it doesn't matter. Like, he could be in that, but that's still one of the more Western ones.
He's in his 70s, right?
He might be.
He was born in 51.
Say, I guess so. Star Wars came out in the 70s, well, 1970.
Yeah,
so
he's 72.
Props to Mark Hamill.
So, and you figure the crew of the Straw Hats in One Piece, the youngest person for voice acting is in their upper 50s.
Yeah, but One Piece has also been going on for like 20 years at this point. So
he's been voice acting for a long time too.
I know he has. I'm just saying, like.
No, it's been going on for 26 years, man.
Listen, I don't know exactly how long it's been going on for.
It's a month younger than me.
Anime is.
I'm old.
A month younger than me.
Maybe
2 months younger than me.
I think it's okay. Oh my lord.
Yeah, because the manga started in May. The anime started in
July.
Was it One Piece Day? Is when
July.
The manga started.
July.
So okay, so it's a month younger than me for the anime. October of '99.
Oh my god. God, I think that's been going on for too long.
And yeah, July 22nd, 1997.
The 1,000 episodes in, and they still haven't found the One Piece. Wrap it up. If it's over, wrap it up.
Moving on to the next one, which is only yesterday, which came out in 1991. And I think I actually have this steelbox next to me. I do. I do have the steel box of Only Yesterday, as well as Spirited Away and When Marie Was There. So I still need to watch this one myself. Takeo Okijima is a 27-year-old independent woman who spent her entire life in Tokyo looking to unwind from the rush of the big city. She decides to visit her family in the country to help out during the harvest. On the train there, Takio vividly recalls her memories as a schoolgirl in the initial stages of puberty. As she is on a trip with her childhood self, a young farmer named Toshio picks her up at the station and then quickly develops a friendship. During her stay, Takio forms strong bonds with family and friends, learning the contrast between urban and rural life, as well as the struggles and joys of farming. Nostalgic and bittersweet, Only Yesterday takes Takio's journey as an adult woman coming to terms with her childhood dreams compared to the person she is today. So a self-reflecting story for that one. So Tony, you got first vote.
I will vote for Castle in the Sky.
Sky, I'm also voting for Castle in the Sky. Cope?
Castle in the Sky.
Sage?
I'm also voting for Castle in the Sky.
And Taco.
Get the broom.
Get the broom with the third sweep of the night. Castle in the Sky defeats Only Yesterday 5-0. Moving on to match 6, we have The Wind Rises with an 8.11 out of 10, coming in at 7 seed, versus Ponyo with a 7.93 out of 10, coming in at the number 10 seed. The Wind Rises came out in 2013. Although Jiro Horikoshi's nearsightedness prevents him from ever becoming a pilot, he leaves his hometown to study aeronautical engineering at Tokyo Imperial University for one simple purpose: to design and build planes just like his hero, Italian aircraft pioneer Giovanni Battista. Giovanni Battista Caparoni. His arrival in the capital I can't talk. His arrival in the capital coincides with the Great Kanto earthquake of 1923, during which he saves a maid serving the family of a young girl named Naoko Satomi. This disastrous event marks the beginning of over 2 decades of social unrest and malice leading up to Japan's eventual surrender in World War II. For Jiro, the years leading up to the production of his infamous Mitsubishi A6M Zero fighting aircraft will test every fiber in his being. His many travels and life experiences only urge him onward, even as he realizes both the role of his creations in the war and the harsh realities of his personal life. As time marches on, he must confront an impossible question: at what cost does he chase his beautiful dream? Did not know this was a World War II movie, basically.
It's actually really interesting.
Yeah, that makes me want to watch it all the sooner.
You said Horikoshi. My first thought was My Hero. And you said he couldn't be like his hero. So my first was like, oh, so he went on to write My Hero. Gotcha. That actually did sound interesting.
Alright. Now, Ponyo. This released in 2008. And Grandma Yoshie is played by Betty White. And Fujimoto is played by Liam Neeson.
Goats.
Ponyo herself is played by Noah Cyrus. No clue who that is.
Matt Damon's in the movie.
I know,
Even
I'm trying to
back?
find who he plays.
He's
There he is.
I believe the sailor guy.
He's Koichi.
He's wild.
Yeah.
To think, Matt
Tina
Damon was
Fey-
also himself in Arthur.
Tina Fey is also in the movie. I'm trying to find her character.
I believe she was the older sister/mom character, I believe.
No, that's Granamere.
No, to the boy.
Oh, to the boy? So Lisa.
Yes.
Yeah, Tina Fey played Lisa. I think it's Sosuke's mother.
I couldn't remember. It's been so long since I've watched it.
Betty White actually has a full. Oh, she only has Ponyo on here. I was about to say she has a full page on Mao. Which, let me check Liam Neeson's. Only Ponyo. So it's like they get them for these one time sometimes. Ponyo's the only one for Matt Damon as well. And Tina Fey only has Ponyo. But with that said, Ponyo's description: a goldfish sneaks away from home and floats off on the back of a jellyfish. After getting stuck in a glass jar, she drifts to the shore where she is freed by Sosuke, a 5-year-old boy who lives with his mother, Lisa, in a house by the sea, while his father, Koichi, works on a fishing boat, and after healing a cut on Sosuke's finger by licking it, the goldfish is named Ponyo by her new friend. So Matt Damon's character is the father. Unknown to Sosuke, Ponyo already has a name and a family. Her father, Fujimoto, a sorcerer who's forsook his humanity to live underwater, searches frantically for his daughter, Brunhilde. When found and captured, Ponyo rejects her birth name and declares that she wants to become a human using the power received from Sosuke's blood. She grows arms and legs and escapes to the surface once more. But the magic released into the ocean causes an imbalance in nature, causing the moon to start falling out of orbit and the tides to grow dangerously stronger. Reunited with Ponyo, Sosuke must pass an ancient test to restore order to the world and let his companion live on as a human.
That escalated quickly.
It's another very good movie. With that said, Taco, you have first vote.
Ponyo.
Ponyo? Sage?
I'm gonna go with the Wind Rises.
Cope?
The Wind Rises.
I'm going to vote for Ponyo. And Tony, it's all in your hands again.
Ponyo.
So Ponyo takes the upset over the Wind Rises with a 3-2 victory.
Tony is officially a golden girl.
What?
What?
No? You don't get it?
No, I do, because that was the sitcom Betty White was part of, but I just don't get the reference. Like, where's the connection besides Betty White's and Ponyo?
That's it.
That's the only connection. Okay.
You could have made the connection. His Discord color is like a goldish orange type color.
I did not go that far into detail. Let me have my fun, man.
Going in the
I'm not hurting nobody.
Going into match 7, we have When Marine Was There with an 8.05 out of 10, landing at the 8 seed, versus Porco Rosso with a 7.95 out of 10, landing at the 9 seed. And yes, Porco is in reference to a pig. But for When Marine Was There, this aired in 2014, and Disney was part of this one as well. Suffering from frequent asthma attacks, young Anna Sasaki is quiet, unsociable, and isolated from her peers, causing her foster parents endless worry. Upon recommendation by the doctor, Anya is sent to the countryside in hope that the cleaner air and more relaxing lifestyle will improve her health and help her clear her mind. Engaging in her passion for sketching, Anya spends her summer days living with her aunt and uncle in a small town near the sea. One day, while wandering outside, Anya discovers an abandoned mansion known as the Marsh House. However, she soon finds that the residency isn't as vacant as it appears to be. Running into a mysterious girl named Marine, Marine's bubbly demeanor slowly begins to draw Anya out of her shell as she returns night after night to meet with her new friend. But it seems there is more to this strange girl than meets the eye. As her time in the town nears its end, Anya begins to discover the truth behind the walls of the Marsh House. I have actually watched this one, and it's not a bad movie. Porco Rosso came out in 1992. And after a curse turned him into a pig, World War I ace Marco Pagott becomes Porco Rosso, a mysterious bounty hunter who takes down sky pirates in the Atlantic Sea. He whiles away his days on a secluded island, rarely leaving other than to collect bounties or to visit the beautiful Gina, a songstress and the owner of the Hotel Andrana. One day, while traveling to fix his faulty engine, Porco Rosso is gunned down by a young American hotshot named Dolan Curtis. Thrilled at the possibility of fame, Dolan boldly declares that the flying pig is dead. Not wanting to disappoint Gina, Porco Rosso flees to the famous Piccolo SPA airplane. Flees to the famous Piccolo SPA airplane company and takes out a massive loan in order to repair and improve his fighter plane. There, he is surprised to find that the chief engineer of Piccolo SPA is the 17-year-old Fio Piccolo, who hungers for a chance to prove herself. With Fio's improvements, Porco Rosso prepares to challenge Donald officially and regain his honor. Got me wondering who's... I don't know who that is. I was wondering who played Donald. Michael Keaton plays freaking Porco Rosso.
Paco said he's got to go quiet for a second, if you didn't see that.
No, I didn't see that, but everyone else went quiet too.
Well, I gave a snicker at the... Oh, wait, hold up.
Yep, there's his Discord.
I was sorry. I was getting my cat.
Nope,
Yeah.
that was Age.
Michael Keaton plays Porco Rosso.
Oh, so he's Batman.
You know, it makes sense that the pig is Batman. All right.
I don't know any of these other people. Tom Kenny plays Farian in this movie. So we got Batman and SpongeBob in this movie.
That is lit.
Interesting.
Oh, brother. This sucks because Taco does have the first vote as well. I'm going with Batman. So Taco, I take it his vote is for Porco Rosso. Which means
He said yes. He confirms.
Sage, it is now your vote.
I'm also going to go for Porco Rosso.
Porco Rosso. Cope?
Porco Rosso.
I'm also going to vote for Porco Rosso. And Tony?
I'm just going to point out, because I had to wait until everyone was done talking, it's when Marnie was here, not Marine. I know you have trouble reading sometimes, but the name Marine doesn't exist. The name Marnie, however, does, and I'll be voting for Porco Rosso.
Alright. Sorry, I'm illiterate. So that means Porco Rosso takes away the sweep, upsetting when Marnie was there. Happy I got it right that time.
I don't know if you can really call it an upset when they're one place and 0.1 different from each other.
It's a lower seed. It's an upset.
I really wouldn't call it that when they're adjacent to each other.
Moving on, though. In match 8, we have Princess Mononoke with an 8.67 out of 10, landing at the number 2 seed. And The Day I Bought a Star with a 6.96 out of 10, landing at the number 15 seed. So Princess Mononoke came out in 1997. When an Ameshi village is attacked by a fierce demon boar, the young prince Ashitaka puts his life at stake to defend his tribe. With his dying breath, the beast curses the prince's arm, granting him demonic powers while gradually siphoning his life away. Instructed by the village elders to travel westward for a cure, Ashitaka arrives at Tatara, the Iron Town, where he finds himself embroiled in a fierce conflict. Lady Ebaoshi of the Tatara, promoting constant deforestation, stands against Princess San and the sacred spirits of the forest, who are furious at the destruction brought by the humans. As the opposing forces of nature and mankind begin to clash in a desperate struggle for survival, Ashitaka attempts to seek harmony between the two, all while battling the latent demon inside of him. Princess Mononoke is a tale depicting the connection of technology and nature while showing the path to harmony that could be achieved by mutual acceptance. Going into The Day I Bought a Star, which came out in 2006. A young boy, tired of the city, escapes into the country. When trying to bring vegetables to the market to sell, his cart breaks down, and he exchanges the vegetables for a mythical seed. Returning home, he plants the seed in a normal pot, only to find it growing into a planet. Okay, then. Tony, you got first vote.
I'll be voting for Princess Mononoke.
Alright, I am also going to be voting for Mononoke. Cope?
The Day I Bought a Star.
Sage?
I'm also going to vote for The Day I Bought a Star.
And it all comes down to Taco. As he's typing in the chat.
The one Tony. Oh yeah. Okay.
So,
Cool.
Mononoke. So Mononoke takes away the win with a 3-2 victory. So any of these Studio Ghibli films really standing out as playing to watch?
There's been a couple. Mostly that one World War II one.
The what one?
The World War II one. That was like unexpected
Oh,
to be a World War II one.
The Wind Rises.
Yeah. And I think the Cloud Castle.
The Castle in the Sky.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't watched Wind Rises. I've watched Castle in the Sky, and it is great. Howl's Moving Castle is another good one.
It's definitely intrigued.
Yeah, ones that I haven't watched yet that I definitely want to watch now. Is The Wind Rises and Porco Rosso. Because for a majority, I've watched a good bit of these. I'm getting ready to rewatch Spirited Away because I haven't watched it in forever. The Boy and the Heron, I've watched. Kiki's Delivery Service, I want to rewatch. And of course, I have Only Yesterday on my plan to watch. Tony, how many of these Studio Ghiblis have you watched?
I think only 3.
Let me guess. Spirited Away, Howl's Moving Castle, and The Castle in the Sky?
No.
Ah.
You're 2 out of 3. It's Ponyo, not Castle in the Sky.
You haven't seen Castle in the Sky?
No.
Oh.
Oh, but I'm not gonna lie, like, all Studio Ghibli movies are on the plan to watch. I just... when and where I get to watch them is going to be the deciding factors.
Yeah, they're all worth the watch as well. They're very good. They're well thought out movies. Coming into round 2, match 1, we have Spirited Away versus My Neighbor Totoro. And time to roll the dice. That's a 6, that's a reroll. 2, Cope, you get to go first.
Yay.
Both mystical creatures in the forest type movies here.
Spirited Away.
Alright, and I think they're both directed by Miyazaki, which is who also directed The Boy and the Heron. He came out of retirement to direct that movie. Yep. Hayao Miyazaki directed both of these films. Sage, you're up.
I'm gonna put my vote for Spirited Away.
Alright, Taco. Take it he's still typing. Yep, Spirited Away. Tony?
Spirited Away.
Spirited Away, and we gotta get the broom again. Because I'm also voting for Spirited Away, and it takes the sweep over My Neighbor Totoro. Moving into round 2, match 2, we have Howl's Moving Castle versus The Boy and the Heron. And I am going to use my pass on this one. So, Tony, you are up.
Alright, Howl's Moving Castle.
Taco? There he goes. Alright, he's also voting for Howl's Moving Castle. Sage?
I'll toss my vote for The Boy and the Heron.
Cope?
Howl's Moving Castle.
And I guess I'll throw my vote to The Boy and the Heron. I know I predicted it to win. I didn't think it was going to win in the first round. But Boy and the Heron gets knocked out, and my prediction is incorrect, with Howl's Moving Castle moving on with a 3-2 victory. Next up, we have The Castle in the Sky versus Ponyo. And Cope, you got first vote.
I don't know.
You can use your pass.
Sure.
Alright, so Cope uses his round 2 pass. Sage?
I'm gonna toss my vote for The Castle in the Sky.
Alright. Taco?
He says, what are they?
The Castle in the Sky and Ponyo.
Betty White.
So that's a 1 vote for Ponyo. Tony.
I will also vote for Ponyo.
Ponyo. And I'm voting for Castle in the Sky. So we are tied 2-2, awaiting Cope's vote.
Castle in the Sky.
And Castle in the Sky takes it with a 3-2 win. And Taco's prediction gets knocked out. Coming in with round 2, match 4, we have Porco Rosso versus Princess Mononoke. Taco just goes boo. And I am going to be voting for Porco Rosso. Tony?
Princess Mononoke.
Taco?
Batman.
Batman, so that's Porco Rosso. Sage?
I'm also going to do Porco Rosso.
And Cope.
Puckarosa.
And with that, we have an upset. Porco Rosso beating out Princess Mononoke 4-1. It's a very quick round, too. Oh boy, this semifinal's heating up. So has anyone started any new interesting animes? With the new season starting, we have some pretty good ones starting as well.
No.
No, you haven't watched the first episode of Solo Leveling yet?
No.
What?
You think I have done anything but play games this entire break?
Bro, I know
Okay,
Baldur's
Which I
Gate.
still need to read all of Fire Force, by the way.
You haven't even started that?
No.
Oh
I'm going to, though.
my.
Like, tomorrow.
Oh boy, Baldur's Gate's got you locked down, don't it?
It wasn't even Baldur's Gate. Although I have spent the past few days playing nothing but Baldur's Gate, yes.
I need to get Baldur's Gate. I still need to finish Final Fantasy 16, and a new Final Fantasy comes out next month. Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth comes out next month, and I still need to finish fucking
Part
16.
2 of 3.
Yep. Dude, that one might be one, when that comes out, that might be one where I actually don't watch any anime until I finish the game.
Fair enough.
Because of how they took the story in the first remake and just how the story is going to end up going. But yeah, we had Solo Leveling start. We had Tsukimichi Season 2 starts tomorrow.
Okay, that I might watch.
One that I started watching, it's on Hulu. It's called Ishura. It's actually, the first episode was actually really good. Dangers in My Heart Season 2 started. One Piece kicked off the new year with a bang. So many Easter eggs in the opening, and the art style that everyone was concerned with is only for the opening and ending as of right now. Shangri-La Frontier I decided to start, and I am not disappointed. And Tony, this one's more up your alley, but the 100 Girlfriends that really like
I've
me.
seen so many clips from it.
Dude, it is hilarious.
It does look pretty funny.
We were doing the 2023 in review, me and Taco, yesterday, and we were just going through the fall season, and we're like, I was like, wait a second, this show has a 7.92 rating? Why is it rated so high? So I decided to start watching it, and oh my god. Normally when I'm watching something in dub, I'll read while watching it. This one is just like, I can't even read because I'm too busy laughing.
I've heard there are also a bunch of like side ships that people have made.
I haven't
Besides-
seen any of the community of it.
So well, it's like from all the clips I've watched, I've gone into comments to read just a little bit about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for some reason, just like out of all 100, it's either with the main character or there's like a bunch of side relationships inside of the 100.
Well, I mean, there was one that is shown. The first two that he meets end up getting really close with each other.
Yeah, but these are ones that are like this is I don't know how this happens, but he gets a mom and her daughter.
Yeah, actually, where I'm at, that's about to happen.
Yeah, like excuse me, how does that?
Because
is that even okay? Come on now.
The mom is refusing her daughter to be in the relationship because at this moment he has 5 girlfriends.
Mm-hmm.
And they're all soulmates because the glove god decided to write 100 on his soulmates. And he has to make all his soulmates happy or they die.
God.
And yeah, I mean, I guess the next episode I watched once the dub comes out, because as I mentioned in the announcement tabs on our Discord, if you're not joined, go ahead and join our Discord. We have some fun banter and memes in there as well. The dub release schedule got screwed up with the new year. It happens every year. But the 10th episode is when he actually meets the mother, because they go to break in to save her.
Interesting.
Tony, I'm upset at you.
Why?
You didn't watch Solo Leveling yet.
Yeah,
Oh no.
dude, the cliffhanger was so good. I know you've read. Did you end up reading it when I lent it to you?
I don't think you did. Did you?
I did lend it to you. I lended it to you with some Junji Ito stuff. I don't recall if you remember.
If
you read it
that's
or
the
not.
case, then no.
Okay. Well, they cliffhanger it, and it was such a good cliffhanger. If you don't know the Malwa, it's like, what the hell's gonna happen? If you know the Malwa, it's like, oh god, that's a perfect cliffhanger. But Blue Exorcist had its new season in like forever start the other day, or yesterday actually. And Mashal had its second season start yesterday.
Oh yeah, I guess Mashal would go second season, wouldn't it?
Dude, oh my god,
It
the
was pretty popular.
second season just as funny as the first so far.
All right.
And it picks up right where the last episode of the first season ends,
Okay.
which is beautiful. I love when animes do that. They pick up right where it left off instead of doing like half an episode of recap and then picking up where they left off.
Yeah, that is nice when they just go straight to recap.
Blue Exorcist did that. The first like 5 minutes of Blue Exorcist was a little bit of a recap. But when it's been a long time, I don't mind that. I know I mentioned it to Taco yesterday when we were talking about the Bleach arc over the summer. How the first ending of the very first episode of 1,000 Year Blood War did the whole recap of the entire series. That special ending. I don't mind that if it's been a while. But for Mashal, it's only been, 6 months?
Yeah, somewhere around there.
With that said, our first semi-final is Spirited Away versus Howl's Moving Castle. As I roll the dice, and we get a 6. That's a reroll. 4. Taco, you got first vote.
What is it?
Spirited Away and Howl's Moving Castle.
I'm going to go with Howl's Moving Castle.
All right. Tony?
This is actually a hard one for me.
They're both extremely good movies.
I'm angry. Betty White's no longer here. I didn't know how to type on you.
You see, I said Spirited Away for my prediction, and I'm going to vote against it because I like Howl's Moving Castle more.
All right. I'm also voting for Howl's Moving Castle because mainly I think it's more recency bias for me. It's been a long time since I watched Spirited Away. That's why I said about I'm rewatching it. And I've watched Howl's Moving Castle like within the last year and a half. but I did really enjoy Howl's Moving Castle. Cope?
Spirited Away.
And Sage.
I'm also gonna vote Spirited Away.
Alright, and with that, we have another upset with Howl's Moving Castle winning 3-2 over Spirited Away. And
Let's go.
no one is a prediction winner this week.
Let's go.
That's crazy.
Moving into our second semifinal, we have the Castle in the Sky versus Porco Rosso. And Sage, you're first.
I'm gonna go with. You said Porco Rosso's in there, right? Oh wait, no. Wait, I'm gonna go with the Castle in the Sky.
Castle in the Sky.
Yeah.
Cope.
Castle in the Sky.
I'm also voting for Castle in the Sky. Tony.
Castle in the Sky.
And Taco.
Porco Rosso. I'm going Batman.
Too bad Batman's not going to be here much longer with Castle in the Sky taking the victory 4-1.
Joker finally won, huh?
Joker finally won. So Joker has its own manga too.
It does.
Yeah, there's 2 volumes of it out. I have not picked them up yet.
Dope. I want to read it.
I'm probably going to get them soon, but it's Kodansha is the
I didn't
publication
know
on it.
that. That's awesome.
I
want that now.
I saw it at Target one day, and I was like, I'll wait on that. And then when I was at Barnes, when I picked up Ragnar Crimson, Helk, and Komi, I saw it had a second volume out. And I believe Batman Justice Breaker, the Batman one, its second volume's coming out soon. Yeah, February 6th is when the second volume of Justice Buster comes out.
Oh, I want to read the Joker manga. That's awesome.
I do too. All right. Let me do this real quick. This one is going to be a hard one. But we have our final round. Howl's Moving Castle versus the Castle in the Sky. And we're going to start with Sage.
I'm gonna go with the Castle in the Sky.
Let's go with Castle in the Sky. Taco?
I will second that.
Tony?
Howl's Moving Castle.
And I am going to vote for Howl's Moving Castle as well. Leaving it all up to Cope.
I'm gonna vote for the one that has castle in the name.
A little more
You're
specific.
smartass.
That was
Hold
the
on,
point.
I got a sound bit for that. All right. So what is your actual vote then, Cope?
Go ahead, bitch.
Howl's Moving Castle.
All right. Cope, are you able to do it, or do I need to enlist Tony?
Tony. I'm on my Xbox.
You ready, Tony?
Hold on. Hold the phone. All right, I'm ready.
All right. With that, the winner of the best Studio Ghibli film, as dictated by the Anime Madness Squad, is Howl's Moving Castle.
Put a delay on that.
Worked out all right. So Howl's Moving Castle takes the victory and gets seated in to the season 2 finale standings, joining the likes of Digimon, Jujutsu Kaisen, One Piece, Berserk, A Silent Voice, Attack on Titan, Haikyuu, Madoka Magica, Death Note, Spy Family, Food Wars, and Neon Genesis Evangelion. So that is what our finale's looking like so far. We only get a couple more spots left.
What are the last of our things?
We got coming up next week, we have historical, which I'll make sure I post that list.
Is that list
soon.
done?
It is done. In
Okay.
no particular order. I believe one of these actually might have to come off. No, okay, I already took it off. I know Berserk was originally on here, but it got taken off. So, in no particular order, these are what we have in the historical anime list. We have Undead Girl Murder Farce, Claymore, Rurouni Kenshin, Dororo, the Fate series, Baccano, Revenger, Black Butler, Samurai Champloo, Demon Slayer, Inuyasha, Oku, Vinland Saga, Gintama, Hell's Paradise, and Afro Samurai. With one honorable mention being Monster, because Berserk was on here, so it got a victory already, so it's getting replaced with Afro Samurai.
Oh, no, what we should put it as? We should put it as Vagabond.
So Vagabond does not have a manga or an anime.
I know. But it's so good.
It is very good. I'm still waiting for the second volume to come in so I can actually continue reading it.
It's so good. No one's read it. Read it.
Yeah, Vagabond. Vagabond is one of the ones where it's like, okay, I would really love to see this get an anime, but it falls under the thing where it's like the way the art is. It's like Goodnight Pun Pun. The art does not translate to animation very well.
I probably would not know.
No, and that's the problem, because Goodnight Pun Pun is very high detailed, and so is Vagabond. And that's something I've noticed while reading Blade of the Immortal and watching the anime of Blade of the Immortal. The art is so much different than the anime, and the animation kind of takes away from it a little bit, from what it looks like in the manga.
That's fair.
But with that said, Howl's Moving Castle is our winner. We got historical next week. On Saturday, we'll have our next wormhole where we'll be looking over what's to come in 2024, including stuff that is currently airing right now. We're going to go through the winter, through the fall season of 2024, looking at what's coming out. And if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you check out all the links down in the description. And make sure you get yourself some Rogue as well. Use the code TheMadness5 for 5% off at checkout. Anything else anyone else got to say?
As always, stay humble, get rumbled.